So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a funnel to manage your sales pages, to create a membership pages, to manage your course area where students will see the courses, opt-in pages, landing pages, and everything. So let's get started. First, log in to your Coursefunnels installation. And by default, when there is no funnel, you can create a funnel using this button. But you have the option to create a funnel by clicking on Coursefunnels inside Course. So let's click on Coursefunnels. So here, there's currently no funnels, so let's create a new one. Click Create New. You can create multiple funnels inside one installation. So first, add in the name. I put in Hello Course. And whenever you're providing a name, it will automatically generate a URL based on the name. You can change the name, but make sure to not change the installation URL. And you have a reminder here that you do not change the base URL. And you can actually see the installation URL here inside settings. Here you can see your installation URL. So don't change that part during funnel creation, but you can change the course name. Now here you can choose a category. You can choose from free or paid. But both of these will give you a ready-made template structure. You can always change the free funnel to paid or paid funnel to free. And I'm going to show you everything in detail. So now let me create a paid funnel. So here on the bottom it says overwrite funnel if already exists. So if you have created a funnel with this name, just click on the box to overwrite the funnel. And then click create. It will overwrite the existing one and create the new one. Like I told you before, it will give you a built-in structure. So here you can see first we have a landing page, order page, payment confirmation, payment failure, registration page, login page, membership page, course, and forgot password page. And if you need more page, just click on new page, add the label name, and then click add. Now let's create the landing page. You have three options to choose from. We have the editor, so just select the page. We have a template editor, so you can create from scratch. That's up to you, but we have a lot of built-in templates that is actually the easiest way. Let me show you. Just click on the choose template. So you can see we have a lot of templates available for each category. These are all sales template category, so you can choose any of them. So let me choose this one. So notice one thing, wherever the blinker is blinking, if that specific page is currently selected, whatever things you will be applying to the setup, it's going to be applied on the page where the blinker is blinking. So if you want to work on another page, just click on it and you will see the blinker. And you can do whatever you want on that page. So let me show you a few more things. It's not only about creating templates from scratch, not only choosing a built-in template, but you can actually clone a URL. So if you have your website and you want to clone that website, just put the URL here, and the system will clone that design. Another thing is you can import a template. If you have purchased from someone, or maybe you have designed it yourself, you can also import that. And whatever template you have imported, it doesn't matter. You can edit those here, but for now we have a template here. And we can modify each and every component of it from this editor. So you can see here the template that we have downloaded. And you can actually change the size, the text, the button text, the images, and if you want to add more thing, you can do that here. And again, we have a detailed tutorial video just for that. Now let's take a look at this setup. You can actually modify the SEO from here. And to do so, just click on the settings button. But make sure you have your page selected. For the setup is going to be applied where the page is selected. And it's not about SEO only, I will show you one by one. Here is the specific page URL. You can also right-click on it and visit the page to check the URL, and it will bring you to the page. So this is the page URL here. You can enable use A and B testing. So what it's going to do is when you turn it on, what you will be seeing is now we have two templates here, A and B. Again, you can install a template for it. And when someone visits this page, some viewer will see template A and some viewers will see template B randomly. And obviously, it will store the views and conversion separately. Then, here is the display GDPR cookie notice. You can set up your GDPR from the sidebar. You have the GDPR settings. You can modify and set up your GDPR from there. And you can show a cookie notice from here. For example, someone visited the page at the bottom, the cookie notice will pop up. All the things about the GDPR cookie notice you can enable here. Then the create page cache. So page caching is an amazing technology actually. It will reserve the static page, but it's not recommended for every page. For example, landing page. But you should not use caching on other pages like membership pages, course. You should not apply those there. That will make those pages static. It's recommended to use for those like landing pages or opt-in pages on that kind of space where you're just providing a static data. Then send leads to Zapier. So if you have a Zapier integration, you can send the leads to Zapier, but we'll describe it on a different video. How to connect those or how to send your generic sales or opt-ins into Zapier. And we have redirect instead of going to the next page button. For example, this is the page URL and I'm going to visit it. This is the template that we have downloaded. And for example, we have a form here. And if someone fills up the form, he's going to be transferred here on the next page. Then the system will bring him to the next page, which is order page. But if you don't want him to be on that page, and if you want to bring him on a different URL, you can just put that URL here. And after the form submission, the system will going to bring him on the URL you have provided on that specific page. Now select page category. The page category has a huge role here. Like for example, you can see it's selected as sales page. Sales page or opt-in pages, it is both the same category. There's nothing special with that. What will be happening if that page category is selected, you can see the system when you're choosing a template, it will automatically provide you sales category templates, the recommended templates for sales. Now let's see the order form page. You can see all the templates are order form related pages, and you can search it from here if there's another page available. But there are few pages like order form page and membership page. The category needs to be the same, order form or membership. Otherwise, it won't work as expected. So now going back, here I have the landing page. Again, click on settings and on page category, put it as sales. Like I told you, if it's categorized as opt-in, that will also not make an issue. Because opt-in and sales are almost the same. It will both work as a landing page. Now SMTP for the project. By default, you will have PHP mailer. If your server supports to use it, you can. And also you can add multiple SMTPs. You can use any of them. And if you have other SMTPs, supports multiple SMTPs and you have the options for that. So what will be happening is, in many cases, you want to send a mail. For example, someone is filling up a form and you want to send them an automated mail. Or if you have your forgot password page and you want to send an OTP, in that cases, you can use your mailer. So you can just select a mailer for your funnel. And this is going to apply for the entire funnel, not for the specific page. This setup is for the entire funnel. So this mailer you have selected will be used to perform mailings. Then select a list. You can actually select one or multiple lists. Or if you choose not to select, it's okay. What will be happening if you have selected a list? If someone filled in your form, the data will be stored on the list you have selected. And if there's a mailing sequence attached with those lists, it will get an automated mail. And we'll show you how to set up your automatic mailings on another video. These are optional, and here I'm not going to select a list. You can choose according to your requirement. And for autoresponders, like I've told you, we have a sequence setup, a built-in sequence, and we have a ton of autoresponders to select inside Coursefunnels. And if you want to connect those, it's available under Integrations, select Autoresponders. And again, if someone filled in the form, the data will automatically be included on the autoresponders. Next, integrations. These are additional scripts that you want to apply in your website, like Google Analytics, Facebook Pixel, Messenger chat code, or maybe you have your own custom code, like JavaScript or whatever you have. You can apply those through integration. So from the sidebar, you can see the integrations. You can use those according to your requirement, and you can apply it on the page you have selected. If you have selected an integration, it will be applied to that page. Again, we have header script and footer script. So if you want to apply some scripts, anything you want to put on your header and footer script, you can just put that code here, and that's going to be applied. That is not actually recommended to apply from here because we already have the integrations. You can just go there and create one. Next, the valid input names. So inputs are important to take data from all kinds of forms that will be used in pages. So let me show you how it works. So I'm going to open this page. So here, if someone wants to submit a data using this form, like full name and email, Coursefunnels will not detect that input until they are connected with the inputs that is attached on this page. You can apply more inputs according to your requirements, just add them here. Input names should not have a space in between, so use an underscore. So whatever input you have added to this page, it will also be added for the project. So now let me show you how to connect those input names. Go back and open your editing page. And here is the form. And you have to select the proper input name. So the input names that I've shown you before are the same ones that are here. Select the proper input name, and one thing to remember, for email, it should be email. And if you have a custom field and you want to add it here, just click on the plus icon and add in an input. So let me select a phone number from here. So select the phone number input name and type it also to the placeholder. We have a detailed tutorial for editor, so you can watch that. Then save your changes. Now I'll show you how it would look like on the page. Let's visit the page, and it should look like this. We have added the phone number. So now let me provide some data, like name, email, and the phone number. And I'll register. So currently we haven't set up the next page. That's why it stayed here. And I didn't enable the button for redirect to next page. So after registering, it stayed here. So here, after registering, it added the view and the conversion. And here you can see the details that I have put in. So that is the valid input names. So the fields that you have added to the valid input names and the ones that we have provided on the form are collected here, like the name, email, and phone number. And not only that, if you want to store your leads to your list, to your autoresponders, or whatever task you're going to perform, in that kind of cases, input names are going to take role. So now let's move on to SEO. So for the page you have selected, you can apply the page title, icon, description, keywords, robots value, copyright, and DC title. So this is the built-in SEO feature that we have here. But we also have free plugins inside our marketplace, and you can find it on plugin section. You can add new plugins from here. You can upload or install from the marketplace. And you can get the plugins that we have there, CFSEO, that is recommended to use with Coursefunnels. But you can use this built-in SEO attached here. Now that we're done on the landing page, let's move on to order page. First and foremost, you need to make sure that the page category is selected as order form. Otherwise, it will not work its purpose. And now that I have described all these things, let me just go through the specific things that other pages doesn't have. On other pages, you will not have the option to select payment methods or select courses. Payment methods are going to be used when someone is going to purchase your product or courses. So from here, you can select a payment method for the order form page. And to create a payment method, you can do that by going to the sales and select payment methods. And Coursefunnels supports a lot of payment methods, and you can select whichever you want from there. Then select the course that you want to sell. Then save changes. But if you haven't selected a template, select that first. Now let me select a template. So now let me edit this page quickly. Make sure you select the proper input name. Then save it. And in setting up the payment confirmation page and payment failure, like the other two, I will set it up very quickly. But don't forget to categorize it properly. Now that those two are set, let's move on to registration page. Again, it should be properly categorized. So most of the things are the same here, and I've explained that earlier. So I will not go through all of it one by one again. Registration page is the page where users can register, and it's also a part of membership. Then you'll need to select a course. Like the one we did on ordered form page, we selected a course, so here select a course. That means the course that we want to sell will be attached. So you can also select more than one. What will happen is that whenever they have registered to your registration page, they will have access to these courses that you have selected. For example, in Order Form page, we have Select English Level Pro. And if you want to make these courses available for others too, it doesn't matter if they purchase, but if they registered, they have access to these courses that you have selected. You can also select maybe a trial course or a free course here, and they will have access to it. Now I'm going to save it. And again, if you haven't selected the template, you should select that first. Now that we have selected the template, let me show you a few things about the registration page. So let's click on Edit. Here you have the mandatory inputs for your registration page. You have fields like name, email, password, and re-enter password. So make sure you select the right input name for all of those. Then we have a variable down here, which is called validation error. What it does is whenever someone registered and the email that they use is already a user, a validation error will show. Or if their passwords doesn't match, a validation error alert will show. And you can find your validation error text on Settings. Here at Membership Error Text, here you can find all the validation error text, like the ones for insecure passwords. This error text will show. And the thing about the insecure password, it depends upon the rules that we have here. You also have an error text for the passwords that don't match, and for an already user error alert, this text will show. And you can further modify each and every text however you want, just save settings. Now we're all done on the registration page. Let's move on to the login page. Make sure that you choose the proper category. Though all of these are in default, it's better to check on those. Then select your login template. Now let's further edit our template. Here are some mandatory things for the login page: the email and password. Make sure you choose the right input name. And also here you have the validation error. So if there be a problem here on the login page, a validation error will show. Now let's move on to membership page. Make sure it is on right page category. Then choose your template. We have a lot of templates here, and a few ones have check marks on them. Let me show you the difference. I'm going to choose a template with a check mark on it first. And to show you, let me first go through the registration page. I will register here. And after registration, it will take me to the login page. Now let me log in. And after that, we're now here on our membership page, where you can see the template. It's very detailed. You can also see the preview of your course here. And you can see the course that we have attached to our registration page. So even if we didn't purchase anything yet, we have the access to this English Level 1 because we have selected it on the registration page. Now that's the template with the check mark on it. Now let me show you the ones that doesn't have a check mark. Here, the difference is the templates without a check mark are very basic looking. So I recommend for your membership page, choose those templates with the check mark on them. Now let's move on to course. On this page, your courses, lessons, sections will be shown here. All you need to do is attach a course. And if you remember on the registration page, we have selected English Level 1. So anyone that will register will have an access to that course. Here on course, you only have to select one course. Make sure you select the right page category also, and then save changes. And if you haven't selected the template, select that first. Again, here we have templates for courses, and it all has the check mark. So choose whatever you want. And we have a detailed tutorial just for this. And if you want to see the difference of these, you can check those videos out. Now again, let me visit the membership page. Here we can see the course that we have attached. And if we click on this Start Course button, it should bring us to the course page. Now let's click on Start Course. But now it brings us to 404 page, because we have to specify that this page is the course page. So what you can do is visit the page directly to see the URL. Or you can go to your settings, you can see the page URL. And in order to make it work, you need to go to your course content, select your course, and go to pages. You need to copy your course page URL, then paste it on the course page URL on your pages, for the system to recognize it that is your course page. Then save changes. So now that's set, let's click on the Start Course and it should show the course now. Now here is the content loaded. Here you can further edit your header, you can put your logo, and modify it however you want. And we have a separate video just for that. But if you want to modify it, you can do that just by going to your template editor page. Here you can best customize it however you want. You can edit the text, images, sizes, colors, anything you want. But an important thing to remember, you should never edit the shortcodes. So now our course page is done. Before we move on to the last page, few things to remember. Your membership page and course page must be always in between your login page and forgot password page, because in order for them to access on those, they need to first go through the login page. For your membership page and course page needs to be secured. And also, you may have more than one membership page. For example, you want another page to show more data, you can do so just by adding a new page. Just put in the label name, then click Add. Then, like I've said earlier, it must be in between login page and forgot password page for it to be secured. Then, edit your page, choose your template, and make sure you choose the right category as membership. Then you can further edit that depending on your liking. Now let's move on to the last one, forgot password page. Choose your template. This page is a little different from the other pages. You can see here that we have few steps, like first it will ask for your email ID. You can edit this text however you want, but always remember, don't edit out your shortcodes, like the ones that we have here, the opening and closure variables. Then after that, it will have a confirmation message. Again, you can edit this text, but don't edit your shortcodes. And the last one is your update password, where they enter in their new password. So let me go through this process to show you. Let me visit the forgot password page. And here you will see the first step where it asks you for your email ID, just according to the one that we have on our template. And if I put some data here, the next step will show, which is the confirmation message. This built-in template is very helpful, so all you need to do is modify it depending on your liking. Now that we're done with everything, now let me check on the other pages to further edit if we forgot something. Remember that we have attached a free tutorial here on registration page. Now let's attach the course that they have to purchase on the order page. The paid course that we have created, which is English Level Pro. On this button, we can attach the registration page. So if they click on it, they will have the access to the free course that we have created. All you need to do is get the registration URL and paste it here. Then on the next button, let's attach the order page. where they can purchase the English Level Pro. Again, all we need to do is copy the order page URL and paste it here. Then save changes. Now let's visit our funnel. First thing we'll see is the landing page. So here is our landing page. Now if we click on Sign Up for Free button, it will directly bring us to the registration page. So if someone will register here, they have the free access to the free course that we have selected. And if we want to purchase, then select the Get Started button, where it will automatically direct us to the order page. And another thing I want to show you, as we haven't enabled the button for redirection page, so if someone filled up the form, and when they click on the Register Now button, it will automatically direct them to the next page, which is order page. Or if ever you have enabled the button for redirect instead of going to the next page, after clicking on the Register Now button, instead of going to the order page, the system will bring them to the URL that you will enter here. Let's go back and click on the one with the Pro. We're now here on the order form, so let me fill up this form. Now you can see we go to the next page, wherein we provide the details for our payment. Now for this paid course, let me use a different name so you will see the difference from the one that I have registered using the name Tuhin from this course that I have purchased using the name John. Now that that's done, we're now here on the next page, which is Payment Confirmation. Now I should be having the access for the Pro course. Here we're now on the membership page, and you will see the name John where I used to purchase the Pro course. Now here on the membership page, you can see the free course that I have accessed and the Pro course that I have purchased. But the other one, Tuhin, that just registered through the form, it will only have access to the free course, unlike John that has the free course and the one he purchased. And here you can see your membership template. You can best customize it and modify it however you want. We have a separate video tutorial just for that, so you can watch that. Now if we click on Start Course for the Pro level course, it brings us to the 404 page. So first of all, we have to make the course page for this one. For that, let's create a new page. Add the label name, then click Add. Then arrange it in between Login page and Forgot Password page for it to be secured. Then categorize it as course. Then choose your template. Then attach your course, which is English Level Pro. Now that that's set, just like what we did before, on English Level 1, you need to copy your course page URL and paste it on the pages on your course content. So when you click on the Start Course button, it will direct you to your English Level Pro course page. Now another thing in your registration page, you can see that anyone can register directly from the registration page. But if you want to restrict this access to only the ones who have purchased your product or your course, you can do so just by enabling the verified registration page. When you enable this, what it does is not everyone can have access to the registration page, like this one. It shows unable to authorize the URL. Please try again. Because now that this button is enabled, all those who have purchased your product from the order page will only have the access to the registration page. But you can also give access through a link. Just click on the Copy Verified Membership link. that should look like this one. It's almost the same with the page URL, but the code is added in the end. You can copy this link and add it to your mailing sequence. For example, someone registered to your page, you can include this link to the mailing system that you have. And once they have received your mail and have access to the link, they can now have access to the registration page. Now our funnel is done. And in creating a free course funnel, just select Create New. Then, you basically repeat the same process that we did. Just select Free for the course type. And then, it also gives you a built-in structure where you can modify however you want. You can add new pages as you need. And also for registration page, you just select the course that you want. And that is it for today's video on how to create funnel on Coursefunnels. I hope you find this video helpful, and as always, thanks for watching and see you on the next one.